Today we are going to discuss why do insecurities and negative beliefs feel so powerful as compared to the positive counterpart of anything, of any situations. I've heard people say like, I feel so insecure about this and that. And how can you actually dissolve it permanently so that it no longer controls your life, right? So let's start with insecurities first. See, anything exists because there is an observer to observe it. A rose doesn't know how it smells, it's the observer who knows how it smells. So, insecurities only exist to the degree of the attention that they are getting. The universe is mental, everything begins in the mind. So, whatever you acknowledge, whatever you accept, you energize. You are constantly energizing the experiences that you are experiencing. What you refuse to feed, that cannot touch you. Whatever you say that this does not belong in my reality and you refuse to give it your attention, it cannot touch you. And here's a very simple way to see it. Imagine, and you must have had this thing happen maybe with you in real life as well. Whenever you see people gossiping about you at your work or your college, if you believe what they are saying about you is true, and you acknowledge it, your mood suddenly shifts, your confidence drops, and you replay that gossip that they're having in your head multiple times. And in that situation, sometimes you may not even know what they're gossiping, but you have assumed it all, and now it is affecting you. But if you know that their words do not hold any truth, and you do not acknowledge it in a way that you energize and give them the energy and just walk away, the gossip may still exist, but it does not exist in your reality because you did not validate it. Insecurities work in the same way. And to further understand this thing, one of the most famous studies is the Ladue experiment on fear conditioning at the New York University. So, in that experiment, researchers found that when subject imagines a fearful scenario, the amygdala, the brain's fear center, lit up almost in the same way as when the subject was actually faced with a threat. So, in psychology, this is often connected with the theory of emotional memory reconsolidation, which shows us that what we repeatedly imagine or focus or give our attention to literally wires itself with our nervous system. In other words, the body does not care if the event is real or imagined. Your self belief, your self concept is enough to make it real for you, for it to exist in your reality. And we understand that thoughts and emotions carry frequency, right? Through the law of vibration, we understand that. The more you dwell upon any insecurity, the more you tune yourself to that vibration. Because for anything to exist in your reality, you must align with its vibration, whether it is good or bad, even though good and bad is the same vibration, just at different frequencies. So, whatever you are vibrationally aligned with, it is reflected in your reality. I'll give you my own example, right? Up until 12th grade, and I think maybe till first year of my college, I was very insecure about my height. Like, I am 5 foot 1 inches, and people around me would constantly point it out unnecessarily, giving so much attention to this one aspect of my being. And something that I could not even change. It's not something that I could change, by doing something. So for years, I would explain myself, would laugh it off, or took other people's remarks silently. But at one point, I was just done. I was like, this is enough. I was done. I was literally done. So I made a choice to stop giving attention to it. I acknowledged it fully. I acknowledged the fact that yes, I am 5'1". And so what? Like, does that mean that somebody who's more taller than me, they're achieving something more than me just because they're taller? I mean, not really. And that shift in my perception freed me. The more I stopped reacting to it, the less people even brought it up. And even when they did, it did not stick to me because I no longer identified with it as something which was wrong about me. That's how insecurities dissolve. Not by covering them, but by acknowledging them without judgment. You become the observer, not somebody who would give judgments upon anything that you feel insecure about. And the moment you actually own them is when they lose their power. Even in Bhagavad Gita, there is this instance wherein Krishna tells Arjun that doubts and fears are the illusion of the mind. And once the mind is steady, those illusions cannot bind us. In quantum physics, we understand the same truth that every possible reality exists at the same time. It is all existing, all the timelines that you can imagine. If anything that you aspire to be or anything, you want to achieve in life, yes, you have it, just at a different timeline. So the aim is to enter in that timeline. And how do you do that? By getting in the vibrational alignment of that timeline. So the reality that you are living right now is the one you believe into being. And here's something more empowering for you, that if you were not capable of becoming the person you dream of, you would not even be able to have a vision for it. The very fact that you can think of yourself as confident, as successful, free of insecurities, is the proof that there is a version of you which has all of that already. All you are doing right now is stepping into alignment with it. So the next time any insecurity you're battling with shows up, remember that it only exists. Its whole existence is dependent upon you. It only exists because you give your energy to it. So once you stop feeding it, you reframe it, you own it, you acknowledge it, they vanish. Because insecurities are not permanent. They're not permanent. They are just illusions that vanish the moment you decide not to play along and you simply say, this does not belong to me. This does not belong in my reality. And that's it. And with that, I will see you the next video.